My hat! Alright, so this is pretty cool. This is a Traxxas Mustang GT model. This is a brushed version. It is a ready to run. It is officially licensed, and I really love this Mustang body. That's one of the reasons why I got it. Now, there's a variety of different colors. Right now they're doing orange and blue. They used to have this dark black metallic color, which was really cool looking. I used to have one of those bodies. But, you know, I figured this new one, I'll go ahead and open it. I really do like these. This one here, I'm going to end up modifying. But this one here had already been opened just for show purposes. But let me show you what's in the box. Everything that's in the box is still in here. So the car has not been run. Again, it was just for display. So this bag was to protect the body. It will be run for the first time later today. But this is the body, and it's a beautiful blue color, similar to the grabber blue. It looks better in person. Right now it's reflecting everything off the camera. I mean, I have natural light coming in from the window. That's why it has that yellowish tint. But let's see. So we remove the clips. Now these are pretty thin body clips, but if I take the body out, the body is a two-piece body. Now I can tell you right now, if you're planning on doing speed runs after you replace the electronics, you're probably going to end up removing this rear piece. So just remove those two screws, take this out just so the air escapes. These things do like to catch air. But this is it. There's the antenna tube. You just slide it in, place it in there. But this is what comes in it. I will be unboxing a Ford GT, which is the same platform, and then I'll talk about the differences. But you get the transmitter in the box, which is right in here, and it's just your standard TQ transmitter. But all you need is batteries for the car. Now in here, in the bag, you do get the manual, some you know, pop-up parts that you can get. Well, it's telemetry mostly. Well, there are a few improved items in here that you can get. Although most tracks, if they have a Ford Tech class, it's generally stock Ford Tech. So check with them before you start buying aluminum parts. But here's the manual. I'm not going to go over it right now. So if you look at the front page, it just says Mustang GT, has the model. But the instructions are going to be, I'm going to go over them later. But this is what comes in the bag. So you get the a different pinion gear. This is for speed runs. You get some extra body clips. You get tools that I generally give away. And then you have these mounts. These are so you can put a GT body later on. So even if you buy the Mustang, you can install the GT body by just replacing these mounts. You get these pieces here. These are for the shocks to rebuild them. And then these parts, these are the preloads. And we have more preloads, same thing over here. But this is the Ford Mustang. So, like I said, it's the same thing as the GT, well, very similar, and I will be unboxing the GT as well. Alright, and now we are going to unbox our Traxxas Ford Tec 2.0 Ford GT. So this is GT, it's an officially licensed replica of the Ford GT. So let's go ahead and open this up. Now, one quick little thing to note is the sticker price on here. See, it says $299. But the local shop, I actually got this from a hobby shop. It's a great hobby shop, NorCal Hobbies. They will match any price. So they actually brought it down to $259.99 because that was the lowest price. So one of the things, support your local shops. They will price match online prices, Amazon, whatever. And keep in mind that if you ever have any questions, they are the local people that you're going to go to ask questions, so they will always be there. Let's see. All right, so let's see what is in here. So this is the GT. Now, usually there's a red and a blue version, but this is actually a special edition, which is a purple. So you will notice, well, you can't notice in the camera, but this is actually a sticker. So they reused the box. If I were to remove this sticker, I'm sure it would have the blue one on there, because that's what's on the exterior of the box. But I saw a purple edition, I had to get the purple edition. So let's see. All right, so transmitter. It's just your standard TQI transmitter. So I've used these. They're good transmitters to begin with, you know, just for starters. But here, this is where you would remove this and you would install the the Bluetooth link device, so you can change the settings using your phone. You can reverse steering, throttle, you can manage other things. If you're running telemetry, right, you could view the telemetry there, for example, motor RPM, motor temperature, things like that. So let's see, what else is in the box? Hopefully a Ford Tech. Wow, this is much, much nicer than I was expecting, to be honest. Alright, well, I have the car here. Before I dive deep into it, one of the things to note is it does come with your manual, everything else that the Mustang came with as far as documentation, but for the Ford GT, I should use the blade. But it says Ford GT instead of Mustang. But if you open it up and take this out, this is the same. That's, you know, all the telemetry, everything that you can get. Register your product. This is your little what to dos with all the parts. Now, most of these parts are the exact same as the Mustang. Now, this says GT because it's the Ford GT. But if you remember the Mustang comes with essentially the same thing. So this is the Mustang manual. I mean, they are the same car. Just one of them has a Mustang body, the other one has a GT body. In other words, if you own one, and you don't own the other one. The only difference is the body and the body mounts. So this is going to be the exact same thing as far as what you need to know. So if we go to page 8, for example, let's see, everything up to 7 is the same. If we go to page 8, what you're going to notice that is different between the two, this is the Mustang, is for option parts, what it comes with these body mounts, and these are so that you can replace the Mustang and put the GT body, whereas the GT will have these mounts. These are so you can take off the GT body and mount the Mustang body. So those are the differences there, the main differences. Now, the Mustang does come with black body clips. Here, based on the picture, I'm going to assume they're the silver, but we'll find out soon. But other than that, if you go to the other pages, everything else is pretty much the same. You just have a few little differences here because of the different bodies, but other than that, the manuals are actually, they're the same. It's just a different page. So this was on page 9, Oh, no it wasn't. What happened here? Oh. Oh, sorry. English, French. Where did I see this? Yes, so this is the difference here. Alright, other than that, manuals are very similar for the Ford GT and the Mustang. These are the same. So we'll move these, set these aside. Let's look at everything else that is in here. So you get a bag of tools, right? On the Mustang, you got a bag of tools. It's the same bag. Well, similar bag. You have that. Let's see. You get all of these. These here are the preloads for the shocks. And on the Mustang, you got them as well. So this is the exact same thing between the GT and the Mustang. Let's see. You get the optional pinion gear. This is really for speed runs, and to be honest, on a track you don't really need it. And it's a brush system, so if you really want to do speed runs, you should consider a different system, I'll be honest. But other than that, you get the same, it's the same pinion gear. So the gearing is actually the same in both of these vehicles. So the difference really is this here. Oh, and the body clips are actually black, not silver like the picture said. So it's the same thing as the Mustang. So GT, Ford GT, Mustang, you get the same thing. So really the difference between them is really just the body and the body mounts. So you have these body mounts here that come with the Ford GT. These are the same body mounts that are pre-installed in the Mustang. In the Mustang, you get these body mounts, and these are the ones that are pre-installed in the GT. So if you buy the Mustang, it already comes with the body mounts so that you can mount the Ford GT body. If you buy the Ford GT body, it comes with the Mustang body mounts so that you can mount the Mustang body. And you're not limited to these two bodies. They are just really beautiful, good-looking bodies. They truly are. But you can get a variety of other bodies. You can get an Exotech body, for example. You can get different Proline bodies. So you're not limited to just Traxxas bodies, even though Traxxas bodies look amazing. The Mustang body, amazing. This body, amazing as well. Now, there are two tie straps down here, so I'm going to have to cut these, and that'll release the car. Just be careful if, well, if you're an adult, you should know what to do. If you're a child, have an adult do it for you. You can also use snips. So use snips, and here we go. All right, so we're going to take the cardboard out of the way. And wow, this purple is beautiful. Beautiful color. And I'll be honest, it looks better in person. I mean, in the camera, just because of the light from the window that's coming in, it looks a slightly different color. But in person, it looks amazing. So if you look at maybe this here, see where the shadow is? That's the actual color right here. That's the actual color. Oh, actually, all right, there we go. All right, this here, this is closer to the actual color. But I mean, this is a very, very detailed body. So this is a multi-piece body. You have this rear part here, the rear bumper. This is one piece, similar to the Mustang. The Mustang, this rear clip also is another piece. But on this body here, it appears that the roof, this whole section here, is another piece. So you have one piece here, so it attaches right in there, right in here. So it's one piece, two, and then three, the rest of it. So it's three main pieces, and then all of these little lights. The exhaust is, these are separate pieces. The lights, these lights are beautiful lights. Well, it's actually, it adds weight to the rear. It's a little heavier. There's a rear weight bias. So if I were to use the ruler to kind of estimate where the center is, it's right about here. That's where the center is. So there is a rearward weight bias, and if I were to measure, just an approximation, let's see, so we're at about 44.5, and center is at about 26.5. So yeah, it's not too much. Not too much rearward bias, although I do prefer more weight toward the rear of the car. Generally, these cars here, these Ford Tecs, the rear end gets really happy. It really wants to spin. So that's something that does happen with these. Now, one of the things to note also from this one, the GT, I think there's a difference here, because notice this link is down here instead of up here, which I find it interesting. That's probably to fit the body. And let me look at the, yes. So if you look at these little sections here on the body, so these links, this is one of the differences between this one and the Mustang. The links are down below. So that is a difference here and there. They are not installed up here as they are on the Mustang. So the Mustang, the links are up here. On the Ford GT, they are down here. So if you have the Mustang, you're going to have to move the links down below. If you have the GT, just leave them where they are. There's no difference. Other than that, you get the same servo. It's Traxxas. It's the standard Traxxas servo that they use on most vehicles. It's the 2075 servo. It's that blue servo right in there. You have a Titan 12-turn 550 motor, standard motor. They use these on a variety of things. They're on their brush systems, 1/10 scale. So Bandit, Rustler, Slash, Stampedes, they all use the same motor, same ESC. So you have the XL5 ESC. This is a 2S system. Same type of battery restraint system. So the battery tie's the same, right? If you're running a higher battery, thicker battery, you can go to 26 millimeters. A shorter profile, you can go down to 23 millimeters, and it just clips on. There is no center differential in these. It's just the gear, but there's no actual differential in there. But you do get front and rear differentials. Other than that, the links are not adjustable. Shocks will require preloads. There's already some installed. The rears, that's not good. Probably needs something there. See how the spring moves up and down? Alright, I'll probably have to add preload. Well, feels fine. This way, maybe that's why it doesn't have it. I mean, as long as it doesn't jump up. Well, we'll see how these things drive. The Mustang's the one that I'm going to be taking up for a spin. So you'll see how that one does out on the street. Now, I've driven these before. I just had not made videos about them until now. But here we go. So this is the Ford GT. You put the body clips on there. And the decals are, everything is pre-built. So the body is pre-built. The decals, you don't have to worry about cutting them, which I'm so glad. I mean, if you've watched some of my other videos, that's my biggest complaint, cutting decals. It's not really placing them. I don't mind placing them. It's actually trimming them off. here we go. This is what the Ford GT looks like. It's an amazing looking car. Like I said, purple in person looks amazing. This is a fabulous car. You get the little rotors with the red calipers, just like on the Mustang. It's very similar to the Mustang. To be honest, I'm going to say it's going to be more about preference. But now that this is unboxed and the Mustang is unboxed too, let's see what some of the other differences are. Maybe height, for example. Here it is. Well, this is the one I have here. So this is the Ford Tech I have been running. And as you can tell, just based from the other unboxing, I love the blue color, this grabber blue. So I'm going to place them right next to each other. I mean, the lengths are about the same, so I'm not really concerned about the lengths. But there is a difference in the height between the two. And in order to figure this out, the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this level and I'm going to hold it level. So the Mustang is much higher. So I'm going to hold this level, and let's see. So this is about, let me just see, 1, 2, 3. So about, all right, so 12.3. Now I know there's this little bit on the ruler, but it doesn't matter because I'm taking the difference. I'm not giving you the height. I'm just taking the difference. All right. So this one was about 12.3. Let's go ahead and remove this. And this one here is, if I hold this level, this one's about 10.2. So this one's about 10.1. So it's about 2.2 centimeters. So a 22 millimeter difference in height between the Ford GT and the Ford Mustang here. Now, one of the things that I am going to mention is on these Ford Mustangs, you definitely need to remove, if you're going to replace the system and you want to start going fast, even if you have the Millennium system on 3S is pretty quick for these cars. It's very fast. So one of the things, okay, so this is closer to its color right here. You are going to have to remove this rear end. So you take those 2 screws off, and this has to come off just so that the air can get through. If not, it's going to lift. And then you're going to crash the car, you're going to break something. I've broken these before. They're very durable cars, so you can imagine how fast the thing was going when I crashed and broke it. I mean, I've broken the front ends. I mean, this one's seen a few impacts. Although I did lend it as well, so not all of them are mine. That's my excuse, although the harder ones probably are. But if you do replace the system eventually, you're going to want to remove that, and you're going to want to take something like this. So these little posts here, these are off of a Traxxas, I believe a 4-wheel drive / body mounts. And I just grab extra screws. You're going to want to drill some holes here and then put a wing on it, and then you can go fast. There's different systems you can use. At some point, I'm going to show you how to modify one. I am curious, though, how the GT body does. The only thing is, this GT body is way too nice. This is going to be my shelf queen right here. I'm probably just going to end up buying another GT body to try it out. Proline, I believe, makes a Ford GT body. That one actually works very well. It has a wing. But I'm curious out of the box how the GT body works versus the Mustang. As I mentioned before, these will lift. The Mustang bodies will lift. You have to remove that rear part. But in the future, I will make some videos where I just drive it fast. I'm going to replace the system, drive it fast, and then show you what happens. So I'll be crashing my car, but it's all right. It's all right. I break things so you don't have to break things. But other than that, that's the brief comparison between them. Just unboxing what comes in the box. Again, they are the same platform, same chassis, same tires, same drivetrain. This comes with the body mounts to put the Ford body. The Ford comes with the body mounts to put the GT body. So if you buy one, you get the other one. And wait a moment, I just realized one of the other differences too. The GT came with a TQI transmitter. I just realized the GT actually comes with a TQ transmitter. Wow, all right, so that is a difference. And this one was just sitting here. This is the one from the GT, and then I just realized the blue link, and I talked about it, and I don't know how I missed it. So the Mustang does not come with a TQI. And if you look at a lot of places, sometimes there's a price difference, but in many hobby shops, they are the same price now. So it's up to you which one you want to get. GT body, beautiful body. Mustangs, I fancy Mustangs. But other than that, there are your two cars. It's really up to you to decide which one is best for you. Thanks for watching.